I literally just recorded myself for the last like 10 minutes, except the camera was facing the other, like I had flipped the camera, so I was talking to nothing, and I was, oh, this makes me feel so fucking stupid. Anyway, I'm now walking my dog. I had the busiest fucking day because, so I had the in-person meeting at 10. I was on my way back with like, it's like, it's a 20-minute car ride, and I had like 25 minutes until my next call at 12:30. And then my other client texts me, and he's like, oh, hey, can I have a quick call? And I'm like, yes, but I have 15 minutes till my next one. Bear in mind, I'm also in a car. And so, then he calls me. I get back, like, I have like 2 minutes to go to the bathroom, hop onto the next call. I get off that, have lunch, whatever. Then 2:30 call, 3 p.m. call, go for a driving lesson, come back. I, finally think I had some time to chill, like, and then I my other client texts me, and they're like, oh, hey, are you free for a call? Because we're launching this thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. So hop on that. Turned out to be like an hour plus. Help them with their stuff. But they're super happy, so that was really nice. But then the guy I met this morning turns out to be a community manager, and so he invited me to some event at Startup Lisbon tonight. I still haven't gone to the gym. It's like 7 p.m., but I want to do everything because so I'm gonna go to the gym, come back, shower, eat dinner, head out. Probably, like 9 to 10, I'll be arriving at the place. But the event starts late, so it's okay. Hopefully meet some cool startup founders over there. Also, there's this email from this guy I met a while back who, like, it was this prospect, cold introduction, like somebody introduced me, but he didn't really know the guy. He was just, putting out feelers or whatever for software development agencies. Now, bear in mind, I expect nothing of that lead. Like, most of the time, people will just, they'll talk and be like, oh yeah, we're looking into people, et cetera, et cetera. And then this guy emails me today. Bear in mind, I've done 0 follow-up so far with the guy. Because, I mean, is that best practice? No. Should I have followed up? Probably. But to be fair, like right now, my problem is not getting more clients. It's like just maintaining really high fulfillment standards. That's my goal. It's just doing stuff really, really well. And he emails me spontaneously, and he's like, hey, we're potentially interested, probably starting in like kind of the next month. So it's the end of January now. So that's like in February. That'd be really sick. I expected like basically nothing out of that lead. And so it's been a good day, but holy shit, it's been hectic. Cause I'm still, my day's not even over. I'm still heading out, and I haven't even had time to like sit down and actually do some proper focus work. So that's going to have to be the weekend, right? Like I'm going to have to do some actual development work, app development, web app stuff as well for this other, like for one of the projects. We got to kick off in a new web app, which is like part of the project, but it's okay. And my friend's coming on Sunday, and I was like going to plan some stuff, but well, the idea was that I don't spend my entire week working, but I don't know if that's going to happen at this rate. But it feels good to be incredibly busy. Like this is, I love this thrill, honestly. I mean, the idea was that I would make a bit more of a spiel about like different things, especially on a day-to-day basis, but today has just been one of those days. I put out a video recently about how much money I made from my old coding projects. Honestly, I watched that and I cringed, like, it feels weird, whatever. But it was cool to see that people actually watched. It was like relatively well received. I got like something like 800 views or whatever, at least at the moment. 800 views on this thing. I'm like, you know what? That's pretty cool. That's like 800 people chose to give at least some of their time to me. Like, that's nice, Sometimes I feel weird posting stuff, but I recognize why it's worth doing, and so I'm just gonna do it anyway. And like, I have to push on regardless. So, I got briefly interrupted by a very crazy dog. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that, okay, this is something I was discussing with my friend earlier, and it was really interesting. But like, let's say in business, like it's obviously kind of my main thing, and sometimes I don't consider myself to have any kind of huge success or anything like that. But the other day when I think like, I started this YouTube channel. There's a friend who I'm like keeping up with. She's also making content, and we just call on a weekly basis, and it's good fun. And I think I got like 12 subscribers, not like 12 new ones. I'm saying I went from 0 to 12, posting a couple videos or whatever. And I was like, because I had so few expectations, so they were so low. I expected nothing out of this. Like, I just went into it with a frame of like, this will take years to turn into anything actually remotely relevant. And I saw those 12, and I was like, it was just because my expectations were so low. I was actually pretty happy. I was like, I sent her a screenshot. I was like, hey, look, I have enough people for a small birthday party. Are those numbers anything remotely relevant to like the actual size of the internet? No, but am I happy about them anyway? Yeah. And I think like the fact that it's not my like, I don't know. Celebrating the small wins has made it so much more enjoyable. And I cannot recommend highly enough that you at least try and do that. Because the internet has made it really easy to compare ourselves with obviously everything else that's going on. But if 2 new people subscribe, I'd be really pumped about it. But and I think I've been trying to apply that philosophy more in my business, because when you don't, and you get beat down because you only made, X amount because you only made $3,000 instead of 5, or 5 instead of 10, that's quite draining at some point. To be fair, you also need some level of discontentment to keep going, right? Because otherwise you just, I don't know, just celebrating the small wins along the way makes it a lot more enjoyable, a lot more fun. And I think this YouTube thing, I just held absolute zero expectations, because I realized how business is hard and how my expectations were totally misguided, because I was like, oh, I can just make an agency and then just scale to $100,000 a month and easy peasy lemon squeezy, I'm rich and cool, happy days. That's not the plan, by the way. But I just ran into a lot more challenges than I expected. And so going into the business forced me to expand my timelines, expand my horizons, and be now I think of things in months and years, not weeks and months. And so looking at the YouTube thing, I was like, okay, probably a couple of years before anything remotely relevant. But the fact I got even any traction just made me happy, because I had zero stuff planned. And I would say if you can do that, you can be just being more energetic about it will also make you work harder at it. And I think there is value in that. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the gym and then head to my event and maybe record after it. I don't know, not a clue, but that's it, at least for now.